Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe, my friends. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck for Historic. We are covering a Dimir Lurrus Rogues deck. So a powerhouse top 50. This one's by Berserk Chi, I believe, hitting at roughly 26 on the mythic ladder here. So congratulations, Berserk, on that. Very exciting. Love the new take here, particularly with the recent banning, and certainly happy to be going back and double clicking here on the Dimir Rogues today. So flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video. On top of that, if you have questions, if you have comments, let me know down below. In the details, you can also find the Discord server and the historic deck, so you can find that. And on top of that, and last but not least, don't forget about the timestamps, where we will cover the strategy objective of this list. We'll go into your boarding for best of 3. We're going to play that competitive Magic in both best of 1 and best of 3 here today, and then we'll do a look back and retrospective on how the deck performed and where we think this might be sitting in today's meta for historic, my friends. So with that, flip me a like. Other great ways to support the channel down below in the description. But let's get moving here because we got a lot of gameplay and a lot to get through. So when it comes to historic rogues, there are a few different things here. Obviously, the curve gets even better, and everything is extraordinarily powerful in the rogues deck. You really need to know how you got to play against your opponents, when to play, and all those things. Just takes a little bit of time. But the biggest thing here, obviously, is we do get brainstorms. So we can go find the answers when we need the answers. We additionally get the fatal push. Inquisition of Kozliak we also picked up here with Mystical Archives. Nothing new from Anthology 5, but another big pickup here with Memory Lapse. This card is just always bonkers and gets to be quite annoying when you're playing against it, but certainly glad we get to play it today. And then it has a lot of the constructs from our traditional Rogues deck in standard as well. So really looking forward to this. But the idea here is really to beat your opponents down with their rogues. You can mill them out. We got recursion with Lurrus if we need to. We can go find all the answers when we need them right in time, which always makes for a big thing here. So that is the strategy objective of this deck. It's kind of more of a mid-rangey deck. At times, can it be explosive? Absolutely. But we just got to keep whatever strategy moving, because this deck's got so many different lengths of that strategy, like we talked about, where you can mill, you can do damage to the face, all those things that really make a big difference. So in terms of the next step here, we will cover the sideboard, and we're going to do this by breaking it into 3 things: aggro, mid-range, and late game. But quickly here, you can take a look at some of the different pieces that we have, because it's going to make a huge difference in terms of how we play, and certainly is very important nonetheless. So aggro decks, these are going to be decks like our favorite mono green elves, could be mono red aggro, Gruul aggro, also mono black aggro. There's also mono white aggro. So lots of things in this space. Sometimes we can consider Selesnya Angels in the space, or the Coco decks, but then those begin to kind of bridge into our lovely mid-range. And then from there, what you want to think about. You want to think about taking these creatures off the board. So we already have a few things. Doomblade's a big one. Crippling Fear is a big one to get through the board. Legion's End is also very powerful here. And those are going to be the items that you're going to consider moving in. What I would move in for potentially is something like a Memory Lapse. Instead of slowing them down, you're just going to want to take the board off anyway. And those are some good spots for you there to think about in how you want to maneuver there. So then we got the Selesnya Company decks that we talked about. We got Selesnya Angels. We also have Is It Phoenix? Is It Phoenix can kind of be an aggro deck as well. You then can begin to run into the Arcanist, Rakdos, or Grixis Control, or Grixis Arcanist. Control is more on the late game side, and then the Jund Food or Rakdos Sacrifice or Jund Sacrifice. Not as big as it used to be in the meta, but certainly still around. Here again, if they're running more creatures, like a Selesnya Coco deck or Selesnya Ramp deck, or some of the token decks that you're going to run into here too, there we'd stick to what we do against aggro. If not, you're particularly probably going to be going after Graveyard Hate. So you're going to need to run Cling to Dust or Grafdigger's Cage in this particular situation, and that's how we're going to have to think about those mid-range lineups. Then as you go to the late game, these are going to be like your traditional Azor's control, wizard decks. You also got Jeskai control now, Dimir, as well as, I don't want to say mirror match, but this is going to be more of the aggro mid-range kind of space, like we said. Again, that's going to be different on how you want to board against that. And then things like Sultai and so forth, and 5-color Niv-Mizzet, and a host of other things. And we just did the 5-color Reanimator deck that you can check out as well, which is kind of a nice combo deck. And then you still have Neostorm in here too. Those ones in particular, and the late game stuff, you're really going to want to be running Negates, Mystical Disputes. We have to shut them down as long as they're not running stuff from the graveyard, but if they are, like the 5-color Reanimator, we can do these as well. That's how you're going to have to break these ones up and break them out. And then instead, you're just going to want to make sure you don't have to worry about the kill spells like Fatal Push. We certainly can break them apart with Thoughtseize still. You could go a little slower on the top end if you want. You could also consider removing Memory Lapse, or getting a little less aggressive here with some of these other things and going a little less on the lands, because we do have 23, 24. You could probably go down to 22 if you needed to as well. So that is the aggro lineup, that is the mid-range lineup, and that's a late game lineup that you're going to find with the Rogues decks here. So let's go ahead and play Berserk Cheese deck, CI's deck, and looking forward to this in some competitive Magic here today for our historic lineup. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to that best of one historic ranked first. We did the Gruul aggro one yesterday. You can absolutely check that one out, or the last one that we just did. Today we're doing our top 50 historic Dimir Rogues. So let's get going here, folks, and we'll play with this. Certainly a powerful option that we have available for us. The game it is. All right, so this is interesting, and this is kind of a challenge. We're going to keep it. The challenge here is that we don't have any counter stuff, and it looks like we got a late game deck, so we certainly can do this. I'm actually going to play this first, start milling them. Could very well hurt me. Find out. Oh, here we go. So let's do this first. Want to try and make this a little bit better. But we'll see. All right. So good news is we can make all our stuff hit harder next turn. Now we can choose, we could go with this and take a look. Ooh, 2 cards into our library. Ordering's done next. Let's do this. Oh, we can grab that one. Wait. So we can counter here with Drawn and Lock, which is one of the reasons why I did that. So let's go take a peek. That's fine. Get rid of Lightning Helix. All right. right. So let's see what they do next. There's the Wrath. Which we figured we would hit. So now again, we got enough stuff that we can do a few things here.
Sorry I'm late. We need to move quickly.
Let's go dig. Grab a blue. We could go for Teferi here, which is probably the right choice. To slow it down just a little bit. Can't be countered, which is a problem.
Let's start at a sizzle and see if you make it to the inferno. Everyone knows the bigger explosions are more fun.
Let's skip to the good part.
Get command out of there. What's that? 3 to everything. Can't do that because we need I would still need one more. Can do this though.
Keep up the pace.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
No. I think we can let that hit. We'll let that hit.
I'm not going to say this without. Hurry.
Let that hit. Not as explosive here. If we would have had it a little bit better, but it happens, so we'll go from there. Put this guy on if we can get it through. I would expect a counter. Okay, we're good. So we want to play this guy.
Make some more room to fight in.
Keep up the pace.
We will lapse. Oh no.
Defend yourself.
We're gonna be locked in now, which is a problem. Gonna have to try and mill them out. Could have maybe waited to counter with Drown and Lock, but it's alright.
Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
We can pull things back with Academia here, so.
Let's do this. Hurry.
18 cards. So we need to do a couple things. We need to go rip with Thoughtseize if we can. Let's get rid of that. So we can go with 3. And we'll play that one. Shoot, I could have done the black one there. That's all right. To wipe it again. Fatal Push does not help us here.
I've got you.
Here we go. I will have to block.
Hope it's not too.
I'm dead next turn anyway.
You need to slow down.
Alright, we'll try it. Not gonna matter. Ah! We tried. not much we could do there, unfortunately, against everyone's favorite Jeskai control. Locked out. Big bummer. The non-counterable stuff is just brutal. Brutal. They got there. All right, let's go to our next match. Not bad though. There was a couple things. I mean, if we would have moved the other rogue in, we would play that a little bit differently. We would have been a little bit closer to milling them out. But I don't know if we would have quite got there. Certainly, it was close though. We got them down to like 8 cards or less. If we would have had that other one on, would have been another 2. We might have had it actually. Because it would have double milled, and then we could have played the blue guy. So we go first. Do we want to keep this? I don't know. Let's try. It's a little bit better. I'm going to go with that. Let's rip them with this first. All right, so we got Pelt Collector, we got Brawler. Ooh, Coco. We can get Coco off there in a little bit. Let's get that guy on. Get Coco out. Take that. Now we can do Brainstorm. Oh. Brutal. That was my play yesterday. Oh, not good enough. That was just brutal. We did not connect the way we needed to connect there. That's too bad. Oh well. All right, on to our third and final best of 1 match. Not hitting it today. That's all right. It happens. All right, the most solid is the most solid. All right, we can try this. This is big for us. I will play this, play that, right off the bat. Let's see what our opponent does. And we'll go from there. If they go. Oh, are they coming? There we go. Ooh, took them long enough. All right, what do we want to grab? 2 cards we can whip back in. Let's go 1, 2. We can do that. Uh-oh. Are they here? They are here. Uh-oh. Merfolk deck. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see here. Let's do this. What do we got? 4. I'm gonna pull that now. This is where you want to use the wipes on the board. Block there. So that's not enough yet. Now again, we could have left something open. Stealing the double black really hurts us. But we'll see what we can do here. We've still got plenty of stuff that we can use to kill. This would be just fine. They would need lethal here. We'll take the 2. All right, so we got this. We're playing this. Ooh, and it's got Coco in there. Get rid of memory lapse. So we can chump block. Spell Pierce the one we got to worry about. The most solid. Not bad. Now I can kill anything if I need to, either with Thieves Guild. But it's better to chum block here, I think. Ooh. I could get him to play that, actually. See what they do here. They play the blue on their guy. Oh, no. We'll see if we can get him to play that off. There we go. Perfect. So, able to bait. So now we can do a few things here. We can do this. We can do this. Bring this one back in. Gain some life. Oh, it's too bad. That was all good stuff. That would have that would have helped me. Oh, we gave him some good stuff there. Not lethally out though. All right. Let's see if they hit it again, huh? Ooh. We want to play this while they're all sitting on there. Let's see what they have. Let's grab everything we can so they'll get their flyer in there. We can play that for now. Oh, I was gonna say, as long as they didn't hit a Coco. As long as they didn't hit a Coco. Oh my gosh, they would hit it. They would hit it, wouldn't they? Six. So we just need to block one. And what's that give them? So this is 2, right? Those 2 cards. So we unfortunately... Oh, I don't know. We'll take it. Mills 2. We wouldn't have got it all the way. We didn't have enough. I don't think. Look at this. Oh, we'll take it. So anyway, we beat a Merfolk tribal deck against a Rogues tribal deck. We'll take it. Happy about that. Let's go ahead and play our best of 3. And we'll go from there. All right, traditional, historic ranked, historic Gruul aggro today is the Dimir Rogues deck. Top 50 again by Berserker here. Really enjoy this one. It's a lot of fun. So it's not as, doesn't seem as toxic, I would say, maybe so much as standard, but probably because not as many people play it right now. Rogues used to be really popular for some time in historic, and it's kind of waned a little bit, but good to see, you know, it's very viable option once again. All right, Proms procrastinating. Ooh. Oh. I don't know about this one. We're gonna mulligan. Oh no. Oh no. I think we need that. I think we dropped that. Brutal. That is so bad. It's a mirror match. It's a mirror match. We'll find out real quick. It's probably a mirror. Really stayed on it, huh? Oh, for sure. For sure. It's mirror. Ah. They're going to be well ahead of me. Oh no. What are we gonna do? We got our Wind Robber too now. Ah, they really had it. We did not. Ooh, there we go. Let's deck into the story. There we go. We can fatal push anything they have right now. Ah, shoot. That would have been a nice one. That's a huge pain. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Let's see if we can pull anything. Nothing good there. They're gonna have a huge advantage. Huge advantage. I think we're hosed no matter what. All right, we'll go to the next one. We weren't coming back because we played Soaring. They swung in with everything. They still had us. A few other things there too. Destroy target non-black. It's not going to be helpful. Legion's End though. This is going to be helpful. Skill Dispute will be helpful. Graph Digger's Cage would absolutely destroy me too. I'm going to get rid of Memory Lapse, so we want to play the Clings. Go a little less Thoughtseize here. There we go. There we go. That's what we're going to do. So we'll target the graveyard. We'll play around as much stuff as we can, deal less damage to ourselves. We did not have a good start. We'll keep this one though. Probably should play that first actually. Playing too fast. That was a mistake on the Fable. So then we could have went double black. We'll fix our error ways. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, that will help us. There we go. That will help us. Nothing good there. All right. What do we got? Fatal Push. 1 second. Make my stuff a little less. Grab that for now. Try it. And is there? There's nothing in there. That's a huge problem. Oh well. They'll pull all their stuff again. It's funny, they had actually boarded exactly the same. Boarded the exact same, but they're still getting around everything that we have. They'll draw and lock one of my guys. Oh, it's not enough. They have plenty of counter. It's too bad. This. So now what do we do? I can't counter. You're at 6. I have to wait. Oh, another counter. Another counter. So they're good. Oh, it's brutal. That is so brutal. Good top deck on their end. Unfortunate for me here today. So we lost the Rogues deck. And it happens. We are not running hot at all. It happens. That is magic. All right, all the way back to the beginning. Anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and check out our Rogues deck today. Did not hit well. Did not hit well. So let's see what we got. So this was top 50 deck here by Berserker CI. Well put together. I like the changes here. I like the updates with everything going on. Plays smooth, plays well. We had some issues on the mana base in terms of mulligans and all that stuff, and it happens. Our mirror match opponent had much more value than we did. Again, it happens, and that's the way the world works in this game. So we're not going to get too mad because some days we run real hot. So with that said, in best of 1, we won 1 match. We beat the Merfolk tribal deck. In best of 3, we lost in the mirror ultimately, and it's a bummer. So where does this sit in the meta, my friends? Actually, I think this is a pretty strong deck and probably fairly consistent. I would probably put this somewhere in the tier 2 space, probably middle of tier 2. There's a lot of ways that you can play around it. Obviously, we did lose to the Gruul aggro deck, which we just ran as well, and a whole host of other things that's certainly strong in best of 1. I think it probably in both spaces. I think it's probably a solid tier 2 deck in the middle there. So really looking forward to continuing to doing some more historic. Flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video, if you feel sorry for me and the wins today, but it does happen, so we're not going to get frustrated. And other great ways to connect, down below in the description you'll find the deck list here and other great ways to stay connected, as well as the Discord server. So come hang out, check that out as well. If you have comments, if you have questions, please let me know down below. And we'll love to see you again. So stay tuned, Planeswalkers. We got a lot more stuff coming your way. Top decks, historic, standard, Friday night meta. You should absolutely check that out. Tier list coming. I am going to put together a historic tier list. So that's why you're seeing all these awesome historic videos. So next time we'll get it. We'll get some better wins. So shufflers out for Mythras today. But with that, you stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Planeswalkers, Mythras out.